Hey, what's up guys, back again. In this video I had some curiosity about the two different engine modes that Maschine has built into the engine, and that would be, well, of course, standard, which is none, and vintage mode, and these have two. So it would be the SP1200, which is a retro kind of house making machine. It was one of the first samplers, and the MPC, which I'm not too familiar with. But these old machines, they would sample, but they would sample at a lower bit rate than like we're kind of used to, and a different bit depth and like resolution. It was quite way before our time, and yeah. So when you use these engine models, you're using the same kind of color as these other machines. So basically, you get a color added to it. So I'm gonna play you a kick, and it's very. I use this kick because it's very siny, and it has a nice punch. And we're gonna listen to what the SPL, or not SP, S1200 engine sounds like. So let's give it a try. Right, it's adding a bit of artifacts, especially in the high end. Right, and it's a good way to dirty up your sounds, and this is basically the sound of that era. The sound of that era was crappy gear. That's the S1200. You can see it up here, and then we'll go to MP60, or the MPC, which this is basically modeled after, or this is the layout, what it's meant to replace. Right, there's a bit of bit crushing in there. It's very kind of down sampled, and there's a low pass filter in there, it sounds like. Right, and that's the sound of hip hop and urban music, and rap and R&B and all that fun stuff. Right, it really adds color, and it's one of the most untalked about features of the unit. The MPC is a lot more harsher. Not in the high end. It's not doing so much to the transients. It's just kind of enhancing them. It's more or less like a digital kind of or saturation. The MP60, the MPC especially. And yeah, one of the reasons why I bought it was this engine. And yeah, couldn't find a YouTube video on it, and had to try it on the store to convince myself. But yeah, hopefully this helps people make an informed decision. It really adds, and also it's per sample, so you can use different pads for different algorithms, or you can even have it just kind of clean. I guess a way to replicate this would be to render them out and then stretch them, and then, or you'd render them out, drag them into some sort of encoder and encode it at a very low bit depth and sample rate, and then drop it back in and then pitch it down, because the SL1200, what they would do is it only had 10 seconds of recording time, as opposed to, I guess, 3 weeks on my main computer, which is crazy. But you'd only have 10 seconds. So what you would do is you would record from a 33, a vinyl, playing at 33 rotations per minute, play it out of 45. So you pack more sound into that section, so it'd be really high pitched, and then you would pitch it down, and that's where you kind of got those artifacts. And that's basically how they would do it. And I believe this is what this emulates. So yeah, alright, hope you learn some stuff. Alright, take care.